Hey everybody, it's Michelle from Florida Keys Birding. This is my continue to my video for fall migration 2021. This is a follow-up from August and September's birding photos and finds to October. This is for October, the birds that I found birding in October during fall migration. So we're going to talk a little bit about the different birds and the identification and various birding facts. So let's get started. Okay, so we have here a painted bunting. Usually the females are green and the males are like red, blue, yellow, green, like a crayon box, crazy colors. But this, I found out also that, I found out also that the males can also, the juvenile males or the young males can be green in the fall. So I would think this would be a female, but I found that out that sometimes the males can also be green. So yeah, you can see the grass here that she or he I want to say she, I feel like it's a girl, but yeah, you can see these little grasses that they eat. I think we kind of talked about that a little bit yesterday. So this is a palm warbler. This is the one that likes to bob the tail, that it'll bob the tail up and down constantly. So if you see this warbler from far away and you don't know what kind of warbler it is, look for the tail bobbing. Generally that's the only warbler that does it. And then it has the little yellow rump on the bottom. There's a warbler called a yellow rump warbler, but it's not yellow down here, it's actually yellow like on the top of the rump area. So yep, this is a palm warbler. This is a non-breeding plumage. They do get a brighter breeding plumage in the spring, so you see a little bit different color in the spring than you do in the fall. A little palm warbler here, and they kind of, you find them on the ground. You'll see them hopping around on the ground and stuff like that mostly. You can find them in trees too, but you will see these a lot on the ground, on fences. You'll see them most often very easily in the winter. They're really easy to find, and you'll hear them a distinctive, like a chirp. So alright, this is a either juvenile male or female, probably juvenile male American redstart. You can kind of see it from the colors here. Like I said yesterday, the orange with the orange and gray versus the more lighter yellow and gray. You can kind of see the colors here. Oh yeah, this is a juvenile male because you can see the little black patch that's coming. So you'll see it'll turn completely black and orange in the fall. I have some more pictures of the males. Okay, this is an eastern wood peewee. This is the one that I kept seeing. He was up in the same area every time when I was looking. So you can see him, really pretty little guy. This is a migrant. You see these around the same time, you know, for migration every year. This was October. It's probably when you're going to see one. And this was in Key Largo that I saw this guy. Yeah, I got a lot of pictures of this one up. And here's a gray catbird. These ones actually make a really interesting sound. It makes like a mew sound. It's like, meh. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, you have to look it up, or maybe I'll find something that you can play the sound. But yeah, this is the gray catbird. These come a little bit later in migration and stay through the winter, from fall to winter to spring, and then go back in the summer. The gray catbird. I think I have some better pictures of it down the line. Okay, this is a black-throated blue warbler. I have some better pictures of this down the line as well. This is a chunky one. This one is quite chunky. Yellow-throated warbler. You can see the yellow throat here. There are other warblers with yellow throats, like the common yellow throat, but the yellow-throated warbler has the black and white and like this pattern here. And this is the black and white warbler. I have better photo. Oh, he's eating a worm. Yeah, this is a black and white warbler, not mistaken for any other bird except maybe like a nuthatch. It kind of acts like a nuthatch as it jumps around, you know, and it's very fast. It just kind of hops up and down these branches and stuff like that. See, you can get a nice view of the black and white warbler here. Yep. Find them a lot in mahogany trees and also in poinciana, royal poinciana. They like to eat little bugs from the crevices, so they're just kind of hopping up and down really quickly. Really hard to get photos of these guys. Yeah, you can see it's usually a little blurry because they're so fast. Okay, and then this is a black-throated blue warbler, a little bit better photo of it. You can kind of see the blue up here and the black, you know, black-throated blue warbler. A lot of them are named after their colors, so yeah, you can see the nice colors here. Really tiny birds, warblers. They're some of my favorite migrants because they come in so many different colors. I love warblers. Awesome. Here's a nice photo. See the black-throated blue. You can see it really well. And as you can see, these birds are really chunky. They are eating their fill before they make their journey across the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic down to South America or wherever they're going. Some of them do stay here for the winter, but a lot of them are heading farther south. So they eat lots of food and then they fly. They migrate down to Florida, to the Keys where we are, and then they eat as much as they can to refuel and so they can live off their fat stores while they're migrating. So that's why you see a lot of little fat birds. Look at this one, so round. The rounder they are, the cuter they are. This is a northern Perula. It has the yellow and the gray and then the white on the bottom. I think, yeah, you can see this one a little bit better. So the yellow has a distinctive feature. Is the bicolored bill. So the bill is yellow on the bottom and gray on top. Can't see it well here, but I think I have other pictures. Another black-throated blue warbler here. Chunky. Definitely cute. Oh yes, this is a good one of the black-throated blue. These are one of my favorite warblers. I really like these warblers. I don't know why, they're just so unique and distinct looking. So yeah, black-throated blue. This, I think this one's a northern harrier. Maybe. Not 100%. Hawk ID is really hard. Oh, no, it's not. It's a Peregrine Falcon. Yep, it is. It's a Peregrine Falcon. Yep, there it is. You can see it really well here. Peregrine Falcon. My bad. Okay, yeah. You can see the nice pattern on the bottom. And you can tell the falcons by their wing shape. You can see this like shoulder area right here. You can always tell the peregrines just by the shape. Even if you can't get it up close, start looking at the shapes of birds to help you with identification. That's a nice one. You can really see the falcon shape here, and you can see the pattern really nice on the bottom. This is a male American redstart. I told you they turn orange and black. This is a good, here we go, this was a good shot. Yeah, this is the male. So when it starts out as a juvenile, from the previous picture, how it kind of looks like a female, this is what it ends up looking like, this black and orange. The first time I saw one of these birds, I named it the Halloween bird. You've probably heard that in my other videos, because I didn't know what it was. It was the first time I ever saw a warbler, and I was like, what is this thing? Because I did for the orange and black, and because I found it at the end of October. So I call it the Halloween bird. And my daughter, she liked it. She caught on to it. So this is a nice male American redstart. And again with the eastern wood peewee. I saw this guy for a few days. Got as many pictures as I could. A nice mangrove skipper butterfly here. Another one. Lots of these orb weaver spiders. You see a lot of these around. You know, in the fall and in the spring. Lots of orb weavers. I think they just look really cool, so I like to get pictures of them. And this is the eastern wood peewee again. You can see the gray color. And it almost kind of looks like it has a crest, but not really. Eastern wood peewee. Oh, it's getting ready to fly, and it flew away. It saw me. It spotted me and left. I got a little too close, closer than I was supposed to. This is the great crested flycatcher. This is the, seeing it from behind, you can see the gray with a little bit of yellow, and then you see the front with the yellow and then a little bit of orange on its tail. So you can kind kind of help identify it that way, and a little bit of a crest as well. They're so pretty. This is a yellow-throated vireo. Often, you know how they say seen but not heard? This one is often heard but not seen. It has a distinctive sound. If you go on Merlin, the Merlin app, you can look up the sounds to all these birds, but this one has a distinctive sound. I kept hearing it for the longest time a few years ago when I was trying to find this bird, and I kept looking for it. I couldn't see it till finally I was like, there it is, I got it. So yeah, now I see it. I've seen it every year, but just not that often. This yellow-throated vireo. Not the yellow-throated warbler, yellow-throated vireo. It has a bright yellow here. They look different, as you can see. This is a myrtle yellow-rumped warbler. You can't see the yellow rump in this picture, but you do often see them in coconut palms, so that's a good place to find them. Oh, I wanted to mention that about the peewee, the easternwood peewee. You can often find those, let me go back. This guy here. You can often find these like up high on snags or on wires. They're kind of looking, it's a flycatcher, so they're looking for flies. Alright, let's go back. Alright, the yellow rumped, and this is the yellow-throated vireo again. This is like a side shot. It was hard to get a good focus on this one, but you can kind of sort of see it. This is a northern Perula. Kind of looks similar, but it's not the same. This is a warbler. This is a northern Perula warbler. You can see again, you can kind of see the bicolored bill, the yellow on the bottom with the gray on top. Yeah, I can see it really good, and then you can see like an olive green on the back with the gray, and then a yellowish, bright yellow throat. Oh, here we go. You can really see the bicolored bill here. Let's zoom in. Look at the bill. The yellow on the bottom, the gray on top. There's no other warbler that really has that. Oops, okay, boom. Let's go. A nice monarch. A hammock skipper. This was that the northern harrier? It might be. Not 100% sure. I can't remember. I have to look through all my photos. Another skipper, lots of skippers in the morning, a nice iguana, green iguana. Oh, this was an exciting find. This I did not expect to see, but because of the wind direction, a lot of birds got blown off course that usually skip over Florida in the fall, and we usually see them in the spring. This was one. Okay, this was a nice surprise. I was so excited about this one. This is a rose-breasted grosbeak. This one, I wait to look for this one every spring because I saw it. It was maybe my first or second. It was my first or second spring that I moved to the Keys, and that I was looking for migratory birds. And usually in the spring they have the breeding plumage, where they have the bright red breast with the white and then all black on the body. They look really beautiful. And I believe this is a non-breeding male. It kind of looks like a female right now. This is what a female would look like. So this was an exciting find. I only saw it this one time in the fall this year. This one time, this one day, and that was it. I didn't see any more after that. I was lucky to even get this shot because they're kind of hard to find. They're not as easy to find. When I did find them in the spring, they'd always be eating fig berries off strangler figs, or they'd be eating gumbo limbo berries. So that was all a good tree to find them. This one, I believe, was in a tamarind tree, eating the little tamarind beans and stuff like that. Okay, so this is a mangrove skipper. No. Not a mangrove skipper. A mangrove buckeye. That's what it is. Yeah. These are so pretty. I love to find these. I see them increase in the fall. I think I said that last time. And this is a nice male Julia. The females are more drab and the males are more bright orange. You see a lot of these. Really nice, really beautiful bright orange in the early morning. I remember That was about 9:30, 10 in the morning. Butterflies, I notice these butterflies, they don't come around 7 o'clock in the morning. The skippers do. But the other butterflies come out around more like 9:30, 10 when the sun is up. And he's sticking his tongue out. Yellow-throated warbler, not yellow-throated Virio. You see the difference. The yellow throat and the black and white pattern. And he's got a little something in his mouth here. Yes. And a baby iguana in my banana tree. He was super cute. He was just hiding in the bananas for the longest. This is a long-tail skipper, I believe. Ah, this is the male painted bunting. So see how the males look different from the females? They're very, all different colors, like a crayon. See the blue and the red and the green and the yellow. Different than the females or the juvenile males that are all green. So this was a really nice find. I was excited to see this guy. And this is the Merlin. This was the Merlin pair that I saw. The photos are kind of dark because it was late evening, but regardless, it was exciting to see. This very small falcon. Not as small as the kestrel. The kestrel is the smallest, but they look different. They're more like brown with streaking. Much different than the kestrel or the peregrine. Or peregrine, however you like to say it. Okay, here's another either juvenile male or female painted bunting. See, you can see the difference between the males and the females. And they like to eat just regular cheap birdseed. You don't have to buy anything special to get them to come. If you put regular cheap birdseed, they're gonna come. If they're in your area, they're gonna come. So I usually get them all winter at the feeder, as long as I keep my feeder full. Let's see, and this is the gray catbird, much better picture. So you can see the gray catbird, a little bit of red underneath the tail, and they're mostly gray with black. Nice gray catbird on the papaya. And they usually eat fruit. You usually see them eating fruit and berries, but for some reason this one was like at my feeder grabbing something. I don't know. I'm not sure why. I've never seen one at the feeder. I see them a lot at the bird bath. I see them definitely more at the bird bath, so you can really see what they look like. I'm telling you, look up their call. It's really hilarious. It's like, meh. It sounds like either like a baby or like a cat mewing or something, like, meh. It's like, it sounds just like that. I'm not even kidding. Alright, the gray catbird. We got another painted bunting. Painted bunting. This is a Cassius blue, one of those teeny tiny butterflies. Teensy weensy butterflies. Oh, and here is a little group of buntings. These are either like females and males or juveniles, you know, whatever, but like I thought it was 3 girls when I saw it, but yeah, this was really cool to see all of them together. This was a big patch of like seedy grass that they were eating from, so they were all together. This was really cool to find and see them all 3 together. You see this grass? It was a bunch of that going on, and they were just all together, and it's the same place that I find them every year, so I knew to look for them there. And sure enough, there were a bunch. There were quite a few there that I got some good pictures of. You see this grass? If you want to find buntings, you want to look for stuff like this. At least, you know, when it's migration time, you're gonna find them. Yeah, you see this tall grass with lots of seeds. They like to eat it. Another orb weaver. Oh, it looks like it's eating a dragonfly or something. Oh my gosh. I forgot that I had this. So sorry. It's disturbing. Oh, I threw in some of these cool moon pictures that I took. Very cool full moons. And then we've got yellow-throated warbler again. Oh, look at that. He's yelling at me. A nice sulfur butterfly. I think this is a cloudless sulfur. And this is a kestrel. Yeah, this is a kestrel flying. You can see kind of the same falcon shape of the wing, but much smaller than the peregrine and the Merlin, and little bit of a different wing shape. So look for stuff like that when you're trying to ID birds. Start looking at the shapes and noticing. And the kestrel has a longer tail, so you can see the smaller falcon shape, but you can see the wings of a falcon. And definitely the longer tail is more like indicative of the kestrel versus another kind of falcon. And I believe, oh, it's Peterson Warbler, because you can tell by the yellow on the bottom and the brown on the top. Cooper's hawk. Was watching this guy from afar. Nice Cooper's hawk. They look similar to the sharpshin, but we don't see those as often. Some more moon pictures, just for fun. Full moon. Nice Gulf fritillary on my native blue porterweed. If you plant some porterweed, you will attract lots of different kinds of butterflies, and it's native, so it's good for the environment. You can see the, I can never pronounce it, the proboscis, the little thing that they eat with. Yeah, so very cool. Gulf fritillary. This is a kestrel, American kestrel. You can see them up top of these Norfolk pines. That's a good place to see them, or on wires and stuff like that. They like to be up high. You can see this bird really well. That was the one that was soaring, the American kestrel. I think this is a female. You can kind of see the gray coloring versus, I don't remember if this is a female or a male. The male and the female have a different coloring on the back side. In the front, it's hard to tell. You can see kind of some streaking around the eye. Yep, you see the streaking. This is, you can tell this is, obviously it's a kestrel, but male, female, I have to see the back. This is a Peregrine Falcon. You can see much bigger, you can see a different pattern on the bottom, shorter tail than the kestrel. Kestrel is a little more long and slim, has the streaking on the eye. Yeah, you can really see it here. I'm not in focus, but yep, you can tell this is a Peregrine Falcon with that pattern. Ah, this is a good one. Let's see, maybe I can zoom a little bit and move it over. Yeah, you can really see well. This is a Peregrine Falcon. Exciting, exciting. I love to see these. Alright, this is a long-tailed skipper with the tail that came off. This is a nice northern cardinal, common backyard bird. If you want cardinals to come, put some black oil sunflower seeds out and they will come, definitely. I mean, they'll come anyways, but definitely they prefer black oil sunflower seeds. Long-tailed skipper, and this is the eagle pair. There's an eagle pair that comes every winter on the 18-mile stretch from Florida City to Key Largo. You will find it right around mile marker 116. If you go right now, not right now at night, but in the day, you'll most likely see this guy on your way to Miami if you're looking. He's usually up here on this platform, so just look at all the light poles as you're passing, and you'll probably see the pair, the girl and the boy. Sometimes they're separate, sometimes they're together, but they come every year, and people who have been living here longer than me tell me that they come, you know, they've been coming for a long time, so really cool to see this eagle. I love it. I pulled over to take pictures of this guy. Wow, and girl. And a nice, huge iguana, orange breeding iguana. Stay away from me colors. Yeah, look at that guy. Oh, they get so big. Wow. And this is a little green heron. You can tell the difference. They don't look like any other kind of heron. They have that burgundy with green. This is like my favorite wading bird because the colors are so unique. They look so pretty. More iguanas, some white ibis, anhingas. I believe this is a male anhinga, and this is a female because you can tell the light coloring on the neck. That's how you can tell the difference. You see the male doesn't have that. The females, I know they have the light coloring. Yeah, you see how her neck is different color than the male. Looks like she's got a little waddle, like a chicken. Yeah, really pretty anhingas, little turtle. This is why they call them the snake bird, because they go under the water like that. It looks like a little snake's head before they dive down and get fish. Yeah, look at that, like a little snake head. And some more of the female anhinga. And this might be a male. Bad picture of a loggerhead shrike. Can't really see it very well. Alright, so that is that. We will do the rest of October in the next video into November. So, you know, we'll talk a little bit more, continue about bird ID, telling the difference, what birds you can expect during fall migration. The stuff that I saw here during this time, you can expect it next year for fall migration. And going into spring migration, you'll also see a lot of these birds again. So, thanks for being with me today, and I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.